Let's take a look at three things to determine, are you steep or more shallow here around the green? And we're going to look at setup, your hinging pattern, and actual shape of your movement. All right, so with the setup, do you like to play it further back in your stance, add a lot of forward press, and have a square face? Or are you a player that likes to have more center to upper center, hands more neutral? That's shallow, the other is steep. Now let's talk about the hinging pattern. Players that are steep tend to add a lot of hinge. All right, so their swing radius is more vertical. All right, or are you a player that doesn't like to add a lot of hinge, use more arms and body and swing through? All right, that player is more shallow. All right, so you can think of a shape. A soft U or a vertical V. All right, vertical V is steep, a soft U is shallow. All right, so why does this matter? It matters because it really affects what wedge you have. All right, if you're a steep player, you need a lot of bounce. And if you're more shallow, you don't need as much bounce. I always recommend that you have a mix of wedges with high bounce, mid bounce, and low bounce. That's why you have to be fitted to match your swing style, whether you're steep or shallow.
But technique determines bounce. All right, if I have a player that has a lot of dynamic loft at the bottom, then it's okay to put them in a lower bounce wedge because we want that leading edge still low. We don't want it digging, but we want it low. But if I have a player where all they're going to do is put it off the back foot and they're going to hit down on it like that, that's fine, but we're going to need to put them in a wedge that has higher bounce.
Now, my personal opinion, I'm not a big fan of steep at all. All right, because it just invites the chunks, the balls tend to come out lower, squirting, and it's really hard to control your distance. All right, I don't like a lot of hinge around the green. If you're in the deep rough, yeah, you need some hinge. But if it's sitting pretty or off a tight lie, I don't like a lot of hinge. All right, I like more of a U shape. All right, but again, everyone's different. There's no cookie cutter. I'm just defining what steep and shallow is. The miss for steep is low running, and the miss for shallow is typically off to the right and thin.